How are you?
Hi, doing good.
Hey,
Hey.
So you're Officer Burke?
Yep, Officer Burke, Officer Lake with Mount Vernon PD. So we have our
Okay.
cameras on as well, so they're out in video recording. So we just
That's
wanted.
good.
Okay, I just let you know.
do you have some questions you want to come ask here?
Yeah. My name's Caitlin Warinsky, and I'm with Adult Protective Services.
Okay.
So I
So
came.
what is that about?
I just came to see if.
My mom's eating breakfast right now.
Yeah. I just came to see if Miss Lyons is okay, and if you guys need anything, any services that I can offer. I just have a list of services.
Well,
that-
you know what? We're renting a hotel room
Mhm.
in a nationally franchised company.
Mhm.
So I don't. You're with the state of Washington.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Do you have a business card?
I do.
Thank you. We're going to enter this into a lawsuit that is ongoing.
Oh, okay. What's the lawsuit about?
The lawsuit is about stuff like this. So who called you?
Oh, that's confidential, sir. I'm not allowed to say it.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of things are confidential. Who called you?
I am legally not able to tell you.
Well, legally, I'm able to ask. I'm not trying to be
You can
difficult
ask
or
all
anything.
you want, but I can't tell you.
Do you have a case number on this?
Is this an
No.
information case, or is this actually got a case for it assigned?
This doesn't have a case for it right now. I can get you my card and see if we have a case for it.
Okay, that'd be cool.
Yep.
Your name is Burke.
Officer Burke, yep.
Nice to meet you.
Is it okay if I see your mom?
That's good. I get the case number.
I just offered you to see her, and you didn't step forward. She's eating
Well,
breakfast right
I
now.
did.
You told us we couldn't come in, actually.
That's right. We did.
So,
Because we're in a business, and you have somebody that is doing this. We have a lawsuit that's going on, and we have somebody that thinks they're funny by calling up the state with things like this. We also have a lawyer that's in Marysville that, you know, this is craziness that's going on.
Well, I'd be happy to speak with your lawyer if you'd like.
You're not going to speak to our lawyer because he doesn't want to talk to you.
Oh, okay.
What he has brought up is the fact that, one, you have a violation of civil rights happening, not racial, okay, but social,
Yeah.
socially motivated, it seems like. Do you know what the term culpable minds is?
You tell me.
No, I asked you. If you don't know, then I would expect you as a state employee to answer. Would you like to be on King 5 News?
So,
Would you like to be on King 5 News about your tactics?
so I'm not doing any tactics right now. I'm just doing.
Well,
my
you are.
job.
You're knocking on the door. You have two police officers here. I have a high regard for law enforcement. And having come from not law enforcement family, but the aspect of federal guidelines and things like that, this is crazy what's going on.
Sir, I'm just a social worker.
I understand you're a social worker.
Yeah. I'm just coming to check in and see.
Where are
if
you
I can
from?
Offer Mount Vernon.
So you're born and raised in Mount Vernon?
No, I work in Mount Vernon,
Okay. Where's your office in Mount Vernon?
off College Way.
College Way. Okay. Is this an educational endeavor for somebody calling you up to come out here to start stuff?
No,
You are starting something.
No, I'm not. I just have a list of services that I can offer you.
You have a brochure or a pamphlet?
I have a list. I can show you the list.
Have you ever heard of Skagit Valley Medical Clinic?
Yes.
And they're also affiliated with Skagit Valley Hospital. Would that what you have there be
No.
the same?
No, this is different. This is
This is
this is what the
social
state-
welfare
This is what
of
the
the state of
is
Washington.
able to offer you and Miss Jerry.
Well, it's not Miss Jerry, okay? We don't live in the South. We come from the South,
was
and
just
this
trying
is
to be
what
polite.
Negroes
I'm
call
sorry that
people
you
as
didn't appreciate.
Miss or Mister and then their first name.
Okay. Well, if you would like to take this.
No, it isn't okay. I would like to take this, yes.
Okay, thank you.
I'm dealing with stuff. This is my mom. She's eating breakfast. You can see her. She is really, really tired of what's going on. My mom is 85 years old, soon to be 86 years old. And everybody has problems in their life and all sorts of craziness.
Yeah.
There's no craziness happening here.
I never said there was.
No, what the craziness is that, one, you have somebody that has called you, okay? If you'd like to write, you're with the state of Washington, and you'd like to write a report, we'd like to, look at this hotel room as far as the health department, and maybe the health department doesn't have anything to do with the state calling up. Would you like to do that? Would you like to go call your state laboratory to come take samples and see like what's on the floor in here and stuff like that?
I would have no reason to do that. Sir.
Yeah, well, you have a reason now because I'm asking you a question.
I just told you I have no reason to call the health department.
Are you Mr. Burke's supervisor?
No, I'm not.
Okay, thank you. You're just a taller person,
I'm just short.
and you're just short.
Yeah.
And you look like the son of somebody married to my father who does things like this to people on a regular basis from the state of North
Anyone-
Carolina.
Yeah. I don't have any family out there, so.
Well, no,
Wait,
I'm just saying the likeliness of
Oh,
something.
gotcha.
Well, I don't need to be part of the gotcha set either, okay? We have a car windshield out here where somebody got the car windshield with something and shot it out. If you'd like to make a report on that, that's fine too.
Did you call the Safe Light guy? Because there's an auto glass guy outside.
No, we didn't.
Oh, somebody else must have called him then.
So maybe they're having the same problem. I think as far as social welfare, you have people that are out defecating in the parking lot, like when you go out this door here, and you have them defecating in the parking lot and things like that. Me bringing up in here, we're like wondering, you know, is this grossness happening in here also?
I don't know.
You don't know? Well, I did say to you, you know, what was going on. Would you like to take a photo of this floor in here and maybe put it into the, I'm sure this is a state licensed franchise.
This is a hotel.
It's a hotel, a state licensed franchise.
Meaning they have a license from the state of
I
Washington.
will.
Hotel.
Thank you,
I will
thank
come
you,
in and
Officer
take
Lightning.
pictures if that's what you were wanting me to do.
Well, no, I mean, I just, you know, when people complain about stuff like that, I'm asking you, who called you? One. Two, my mom is involved in a lawsuit that actually involves me in the aspect of something that is just beyond crazy in another state. And those people, and me bringing up the likeliness of you, Officer Burke, those people, they continue just to keep going and going and going and going. This is crazy. We were in another hotel room in another state where it wasn't like, we have a court case that's going on here in Skagit County right now. So maybe this is like some sort of, well, this would be advantageous to us to call up the state or the city and have this happen or whatever in their lawsuit. But they're,
I can give you the number to the ombudsman to make a complaint if that's something that you would like to do.
the
It's called
omnibusman.
an ombudsman. It's like a liaison for clients to call and complain.
We're not
about.
clients. We're not clients to anything.
Okay.
This is what's called Soviet capitalism, what you're doing. Soviets, they use the social welfare system, they use law enforcement, they use government to go and create problems.
Well, I'm not certainly trying to create problems. I'm just
Well, yeah,
trying
no,
to
I
make sure
understand, and I understand. First of all, let me make it clear. I understand you have a job to do, but if you had somebody that was calling and continually doing stuff like this or stalking you, wouldn't you have a problem with that at some point?
I absolutely would. This
Okay,
is the first
thank you.
case I have
Would
open.
the ombudsman be comparable to your supervisor or your supervisor's supervisor?
No, it's a different, it's a unbiased state position that,
So it'd be like a third party
yeah.
check. So if you wanted to make a complaint to a third party who oversees the
We've already spoke
organization,
to, I
you could
understand.
talk. That's what the number that she was offering you.
Thank you. Do you have a business card for them too, if you
No, but
reference them?
I don't have the business card, but
Do you
I
have a
can give
pamphlet for them?
Don't have a pamphlet, but I can give you their phone number.
Do you want to just write it on the business card? In case you write it on the business card she gave you?
Sure, that's fine.
Here we go.
You know, this is crazy. And I can say this craziness started back in like 1990 with a divorce and people utilizing, and when I say Soviet capitalism, it creates jobs and it creates revenue and everything else. But all of those nonprofit businesses or their representation, they're all out of business. They shut down, they start another one up, and then they just go and start again. Okay? And back during the Cold War, when all this was going on, we have a large influx of people that are from the Middle East that look just like you and I do. They don't look like Middle Easterners.
Can you read that number okay? Oh, I'll get it.
No, that's...
Just want to make
That's
sure you
fine.
can read the
No,
number
I don't-
okay before we take off. Here you go.
They took sides, okay? You have some of the wealthiest countries in the nation that took sides, okay? One side went into the capitalist side, one side went into the communist side. Communism is social welfare, okay? Do you want... My mom's eating breakfast right now. I've given you the opportunity. Can you see her?
I can see her. I
Okay.
can see the back of her. I can't see the front of her. Or...
Okay. Then how do we get this resolved and find out who called you to come out here? And if it was like hotel employees or whoever, we haven't called the franchise office or the investor office of Days Inn up about stuff like this. If you'd like to step in without being covertly taking photographs and things like that of the way that people's rooms are, but you can take a photograph of the floor in here. My mom has to take a bath in there. She has health problems, and she's out here because of the health problems and because of lack of health problems elsewhere. She's had private doctors in the state that she's moved from that have gone into the medical offices, and they start the same crud. Okay, these are people that you have nothing to do with. Now you people are somebody that we don't have anything to do with. I understand you have a job, and I understand that. But if you have somebody that keeps calling and keeps harassing you and keeps stalking you and things like that. My mom is from Seattle, and she's chosen a long time ago to move out here and to get back. She's educated in the state of Washington. She's not educated at some Bible Belt university like Bill Gates' wife at Duke University and all that, okay? But, you know, that's another individual with money, educated, and dealing with the problems of the South.
So, you asked how we could resolve this, and my end goal would be to be able to speak with.
No, I understand you have a goal. Your end goal is to violate our civil rights and violate her civil rights.
No, that's not my goal.
Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make you a character in a lawsuit that we have, in that if the call came from another state to this state, then I'm going to make you a defendant also in other things that this other lawyer has brought up.
And that's fine. That's your
I
right.
understand that's fine, and that's where you get into the aspect of, well, so what? We don't care. Sue us. I care about this right here, because right now, as we stand here, these gentlemen have other things to be dealing with, and you probably too have other things to be dealing with also, other than being in a hotel room that somebody calls up and makes a nuisance call with a culpable mind. You don't know what a culpable mind is?
So you asked how to resolve
That's a
this.
federal law. I'm asking you a question.
It's not a federal law. I don't
It
know the
is.
answer to your
Culpable minded. I'm not going to start doing that. Do you know what violation of civil rights are?
question. Yes.
Do you know what CFR is? Code of Federal Regulations? Do you know any of the things that I've discussed with you?
Yes.
Okay, then why won't you tell me who called?
I am legally unable to disclose who reported the allegations.
Okay, well,
That is the
I
end
don't
of
know
it.
what the allegation is,
I
okay?
would love to speak with you about it if you would give me a chance to talk.
Okay, well, I'm not being interruptive to you. I'm trying to carry on a conversation. These gentlemen are seemingly just like, we see this happen all the time, okay?
So if you would like to have a conversation, I can explain to you the allegations. I can explain to Ms. Lyons the allegations, and we can go on with our interview, and then
Okay,
we can
well,
let them go
we've had
back
the
to
same
day.
thing happen, okay, with her in another state with allegations, and they don't want to do anything about it. We've also spoken to federal agencies in various states in reference to somebody calling up, okay? Why would somebody call up from North Carolina
I don't know.
to a state in the Midwest that we're stuck in a snowstorm?
I have no idea why somebody would do that. I don't
Okay,
have any
well,
record
because
of
they
that.
have a problem. I don't like being stalked. I think if any of these officers had the same thing happening, what is happening, like even right now, calling up, that they would take the appropriate actions, probably in the federal arena. We don't have time for you anymore. My mom is 85 years old, and she's just getting stressed out. Do you understand that stress kills?
Yes.
Okay. And I'm sure you've probably had studies and things like that. That's crazy. I'm 62 years old. If you understand that stress kills, then you need to cooperate with us, not us cooperate with you. We're willing to cooperate with you, but you could be just somebody that goes and makes up a card at a printing center down by the donut shop. And yes, that has happened.
Sorry that that's happened to you. I don't do that.
Well, I'm sure you don't. You could be a person that has just gone and made up a name and come up with another IE identity and everything else. Me looking at this individual here, I was arrested for driving on a public road with a person that was a corporate employee named Burke. a public road like this road out here. If you came out and you went and you arrested somebody and you did that on a public road and then you continue to stalk the person, then you would have a problem.
So, I'm gonna ask you, is it okay for me to interview you and to interview your mom today?
No, it isn't. We're
Okay.
not
So you're
giving interviews
declining-
out. Would you like?
You're declining services and.
No, you have given nothing right here. I don't know what this
haven't
is.
given me a chance to speak.
No, I'm not going to give you a chance to
Okay.
speak
That's
because right now it's 11:30.
So this is also a copy for you. This is your rights as
Well,
an
no,
open
I'm-
investigation. I'm just gonna leave them right here for you. And you've been named as somebody who has been mistreating a vulnerable adult. And so
Oh,
you are
okay. Well,
declining-
Mom, do you want to come over here? You have somebody that's doing this. I'm gonna show you this right here. I'm gonna throw this out here. Okay, mistreating a vulnerable adult. There's my mom stressed out. Okay. Here is laundry that I have gone and changed for my mom. Okay,
That's fine.
that's not anybody that's mistreating anybody.
So
No,
in
it
order
isn't
for
okay.
me to show that you're not mistreating, I would have to interview you and interview your mother.
Okay, would you like to talk to our lawyer?
I offered that. You said no. I asked to speak to your lawyer, and you said no. He does not want to speak with me. So, sure, give me his name and number, and I would love to call him, her, whoever.
I did ask you that.
No, sir. I asked you if I could speak to your lawyer, and you said no.
Okay, you play little Kylie games, okay? Really.
Well, I'm
And you
know.
even look like the Kylie, the person in North Carolina, somewhat.
I've never been to North Carolina.
Well, that's fine.
So,
You're
with-
creating a problem. We have a lawsuit.
I have nothing to do with your lawsuit.
No, I know you
So,
don't. I don't
would
think you do. Maybe you do.
consent to an interview today with your mother. This is how I.
We're going to call our lawyer, and now you're making an accusation about me.
No, I'm following up on allegations.
No, you're following up on something that somebody has just gone and made a statement about, okay?
Hey, Dan.
We're good.
Alright, cool.
I'm here to conduct an interview with you and with your mother. And if
We're-
you're not consenting to that, then I'm going to go.
Okay, well, that's fine. That's your name, Caitlin?
Yep, it's on my
Is
business
that-
card. That's my name and
is
my
that-
phone number.
War? Like you're starting a war with us, right?
No, my name's Polish, and I'm
You're Polish.
Warensky.
Okay. Well, then, I think you're starting a war.
If
And I
that's how
think
you
that's
wanna
what
read
your
that,
I
then
think that's
fine.
what your purpose in society is.
Okay. Are you consenting to an interview today?
You're asking me
I
a
will-
question. I am pleading the fifth on
That's
what you're
fine.
saying.
Can I interview your mother then?
I think that her answer would be, and I'm not going to answer for her, but she does have me answer, is that,
Well, then I would like to have her answer herself.
Mom, you have a person out here, you have two law enforcement
Hi, Miss
individuals.
Lyons. How are you today?
Good.
Good. Are you open for a talk with me today?
No, she's not open for a talk today. Why don't you say, this person has another call saying that I am abusing you, is that right? What is the statement that you made?
Miss Lyons, we have.
I asked you a question.
You interrupted your
Can
mother
you
before
let-
she could answer, sir.
I did.
Miss Lyons, I'm here to see how you're doing and check on your welfare and safety.
Sorry, I'm sorry. Sorry about that.
No worries.
Sorry.
This person could be the person that called, I don't know. In and out of the room? Okay,
She
well,
looks like she lives in this room as well.
yeah. She lives in that room?
So she came out, I would assume. I would speculate.
She's staying. I mean, it's a hotel. It's not a housing project.
Miss
Mom.
Lyons, are you available to chat with me today?
I think that what Steve and Mark and those guys, this is like ongoing. Am I able to answer the question for you? Am I abusing you?
No.
I've just cleaned you up and cleaned all this bathing stuff up and stuff like that. The laundry. I was trying to get this lady to look at the floor in there. Am I abusing you, or do you have any abuse going on?
No.
There's the laundry. Do you see the laundry there, Miss Warinsky? Is that how you pronounce your name?
Laundry
Do you
does
speak
not-
Polish?
Laundry does not prove or disprove.
Okay, look, you know what? I'm not going to deal with what I consider a person that is causing problems for us, nor am I going to have law enforcement going in and making a determination one way or another based upon somebody that's calling up and making statements. My mom is eating breakfast right now.
So what's going to happen is I'm going to go through with my
No,
investigation.
nothing is going to
I'm
happen.
going to tell you the process of my job. I'm going to go.
I don't
through with
need
my
to know the process
investigation,
of your job. Do you
whether
have
or not you
do you have a
contribute.
copy of your job description?
No, I don't carry that around with me.
Okay, I'd like you to write your supervisor on the back of here.
So I'm going to go through with my investigation, whether you contribute your side of the story or not.
We're not having an investigation.
You
We're
are not
trying
willing
to.
participate in an interview that includes back and forth. me
Don't point
asking
at
you
me.
a
That's
question,
rude.
and
She's
you-
pointing at me. Please tell her to stop. No, that's fine.
Don't let
Okay,
him sidetrack.
so if you are
You're
not willing to sit
directing,
here and have an interview with me where I ask you a question and you respond, then I'm going to conclude
Okay.
this and I'm going to go and I will go through with my investigation.
Okay, do you understand what the
Yes
Fifth
or no?
Amendment is?
Yes or no, sir?
I asked you a question.
I started first. Are you willing to participate in an interview so I can go through with my investigation? Or
Listen,
are you
you-
declining an interview today?
Mom, are you being abused? Are you
That's
being
not what I'm
abused by
asking.
me? Any of this stuff? Do you want to call Steve?
Okay.
My mom has a screwed up leg. No,
I'm
I'd like
going-
you to look at her
I'm-
leg first
I would
of all.
love to come in and speak with her.
You're not coming in this property
So
that
I'm
we
gonna-
are
I'm gonna
renting,
tell-
and
Thank
you
for
shouldn't
your
be
time.
staying in
Thank
the.
you, Miss Lyons.
Do you want to see her leg? I'm giving you the opportunity to look at a surgically screwed up leg. I'm giving you the opportunity to look at a surgically screwed up leg. Mom, do you want to come talk to these people? Or, okay? Here's this. Here's the cards.